A fascinating research study by Credit Karma reveals that Americans, especially those in Generation Z, are not managing their money well in the current economic situation. Essentially, they seem to be neglecting their future financial well-being. I'll discuss the details of the study shortly, but before that, let's understand what they're referring to as doom spending. 1. Doom spending. The Bloomberg headline sums it up well. People are overspending on things beyond their means, causing their savings to drop and credit card debt to increase. Credit Karma compares it to an activity on a social media app known as doom scrolling, where individuals simply scroll through the app. Whether it's to manage boredom, watch funny videos, or potentially end up in a bad mood, the idea is akin to aimlessly scrolling through content. According to them, just like doom scrolling, people are shopping without much thought to ease their worries about the economy and global issues. This behavior might negatively impact their financial health. They're not only referring to economic concerns, but also worries about global issues, like ongoing wars and general uncertainty about what lies ahead. A helpful way to deal with these worries is by adopting a low-information diet. I came across this concept from Mr. Money Mustache some years back. The idea is to restrict your intake of news and social media, preventing them from overwhelming your thoughts. I'll delve into the study's details shortly, including some interesting findings related to social media. 2. Shortage of high-paying jobs. Another concern that is bothering Gen Z. Shortage of well-paying jobs, and that's a valid worry. There has been significant job upheaval in the tech industry in the past year, and many in Generation Z may have anticipated securing a high-paying tech job to ensure their future. However, with the rise of AI and other technological advancements, that might not be as certain as they once thought. 3. Economic anxiety. A whopping 64% of Americans are uneasy about the economy, and honestly, it's kind of surprising it's not even higher given all the uncertainties. What's more, people are feeling even more financially insecure in the last 6 months. This probably has a lot to do with the fact that more folks are realizing a recession is probably on the way, and that's definitely making everyone a bit more worried about their wallets. They report that within the last 6 months, half of Americans believe their financial situation has taken a hit. A significant 42% are facing difficulties with affording food, and they've discovered that 56% are essentially living paycheck to paycheck. While this figure seems a bit lower than what has been previously observed, around 62%, the fact remains that a substantial portion of Americans are in the challenging position of living paycheck to paycheck, which is far from an ideal situation. Interestingly, over a quarter of Americans are increasing their spending compared to 6 months ago, particularly noticeable among Gen Z and Millennials. Around a third of individuals in each of these age groups are boosting their expenditures. However, this spending surge coincides with record-high credit card debt, which has surpassed $1 trillion. The challenge intensifies with the burden of high interest rates, making it more difficult for people to pay off their debts. 4. Increased borrowing. Fourth on the list is increase in borrowing. There's a noticeable rise in the number of participants, especially belonging to the youth bulge, borrowing from their workplace plans in the current year. These indicators collectively suggest a growing financial strain among a segment of the population. The situation is worsening, with hardship withdrawals going from 56,000 in the first quarter to 75,000 in the second, and it likely kept going up in the third quarter. It seems people are struggling to adjust to the fast-changing economy, and that's possibly why they're not cutting back on spending, despite the increasing financial difficulties. It seems crucial for spending to decrease following the boom seen in 2021. With the end of the pandemic, people sought to go on trips and engage in various activities, and there has been over a year for that. 5. Psychological concerns. The Prosperity Survey from Init delved into the psychological aspects of finances across different age groups. It revealed that Gen Z is grappling with a challenging psychological state, evident across various survey questions. The Prosperity Survey from Init revealed some striking findings about Gen Z's psychological state regarding finances. A notable 67% of Gen Z feels less prosperous than their peers, in comparison to 58% in the general population. An even higher percentage, 73% of Gen Z, believes they are falling behind. Moreover, a significant 32% of Gen Z compares themselves to others on social media, a much higher figure compared to 15% in other age groups. 6. Lack of financial planning. Because of all lack of concrete planning, Gen Z is holding back from setting long-term goals. They're unsure about the future, and that's completely understandable. Look, the economy might get worse, but there's also a chance it could get better. We can't say for sure. The influence of AI on jobs is uncertain. It might lead to job losses, but it could also create new opportunities. We just don't know exactly what will happen. We're seeing more and more people have a lot more money than others, and in this kind of setup, your best bet is to work on growing your own money and move up the economic ladder. The simple way to do that is by saving money instead of always splurging at the mall. 7. Living paycheck to paycheck. Many individuals in the United States, including younger demographics, find themselves in a precarious financial situation characterized by relying on each paycheck to cover their essential expenses. This pattern of living paycheck to paycheck underscores a notable degree of financial instability, as these individuals grapple with challenges in meeting their fundamental needs. According to Bloomberg report, as of March 2023, 66% of Gen Zers were living paycheck to paycheck, which is an 8% increase from the previous year. 8. Technology and social media influences. Gen Z's financial well-being is heavily influenced by technology and social media. The constant exposure to carefully presented lifestyles online creates a culture where everyone compares themselves and seeks instant gratification. Even though social media shows off luxurious vacations and possessions, it often leads to financial challenges as people try to keep up with unrealistic standards. To address these challenges, Gen Z needs to be more aware of their financial situation, understand how to navigate the digital world, and engage in conversations about money. Shifting towards smarter spending, promoting realistic views of success, and offering financial education that fits the digital age are important steps to help Gen Z manage their money in our tech-driven world. That's all I have to share for now. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.